Hello, I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Karla Schaffer, and this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review. Today we'll show you a little Zumba, and we'll take a look at the holiday season getting into high gear. But first, making headlines around their county. Well, Erik Robey's favorite television star made an appearance this week in Annapolis, walking the runway and strutting his stuff. That's right, Tim Gunn of Project Runway made an appearance at Westfield Annapolis Mall this week. With Erik in the front row, Tim Gunn promoted Lucky Brand jeans in his new book, Life's Little Lessons for Making It Work, which Erik has already read cover to cover and applied to his life, apparently. The event included a Q&A session and a fashion show. A little-known fact is that Gunn comes from a family of Naval Academy graduates. Fans who bought $100 worth of Lucky Brand jeans merchandise in the past week earned a photo with Gunn and an autographed copy of his book. Some other facts about Gunn: he's from Washington, D.C., he was a champion swimmer, and he's an outspoken advocate against clothing made with animal fur. So Erik, how do you like your Lucky Brand jeans?
I don't even know what Lucky Brand jeans are. Who is this Tim Gunn guy that everybody's saying? You know, I'm more of an America's Top Model kind of guy, I think. Who knows? Well, let's turn to some more serious news, folks. We've all heard about the dangerous hazards of fly ash and contamination in West County wells. A proposal is now before the state that would make a fly ash dump at the northern border of Anne Arundel County wider and taller. The proposal by Constellation Power Source Generation expands the 65-acre landfill by 4 acres and increases the height by 24 feet. The proposal calls for the disposition of more than 7.4 million tons of fly ash over a 30-year period at a rate of 150,000 tons of fly ash annually. The landfill is located in Hawkins Point near the intersection of Fort Smallwood Road and Fort Armstead Road. County Executive Leopold has been imploring the Maryland Department of the Environment to stop allowing fly ash to be dumped, or to at least produce tough regulations on the practice. The county executive sent a letter to the department asking for denial of the pending request. County Executive Leopold said of the move by Constellation, "This is an important matter of public health, and I would urge citizens to join us in opposing this request. Fly ash is a dangerous carcinogen." If you would like to comment on this matter, there are several ways to do so. You can call MDE at 410-537-3304 or email the Director of Land Management at htabla@mde.state.md.us. You can also email or mail your thoughts, to Horatio Tablata, Director of Land Management Administration, MDE, 1800 Washington Boulevard, Baltimore, Maryland, 21230.
This week, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to 1,378 calls for service. This included more than 1,057 emergency medical calls and 112 fire calls. Residents of a North County neighborhood were awakened by flames and smoke in the night sky, and some motorists experienced a significant delay when they attempted to cross the Bay Bridge during their commute on Tuesday. With us to tell us more about these incidents is Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Chief?
Thanks, Karla. The first incident occurred just after 1:30 a.m. on Saturday, November 5, 2011, when Anne Arundel County firefighters responded to a reported dwelling fire in the 100 block of Country Club Drive in the Marley area of the county. The first units to arrive on the scene reported visible fire and smoke coming from the front of a one-story single-family dwelling. At that time, an interior fire attack was initiated. In all, it took more than 20 firefighters about 30 minutes to bring the one-alarm incident under control. There was one person home at the time of the fire, and they were able to escape without injury prior to the fire department's arrival. The fire, which originated in the kitchen area of the home, caused an estimated $100,000 in damages. There were no firefighter injuries as a result of the incident. In a second incident this week, Anne Arundel County and Queen Anne's County Fire Departments responded to an accident on the Bay Bridge Tuesday, November 8, 2011. The incident occurred about 10:44 a.m. The first arriving units reported a two-vehicle accident on the eastbound center span of the bridge. There were 3 people injured as a result of the incident. The first patient, a 27-year-old male, suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. He was transported to the University of Maryland's R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore via Maryland State Police helicopter. The other 2 patients, who were unknown age and sex, suffered minor injuries and were transported to the new Queen Anne's Emergency Center in Stevensonville, where they were treated and later released. Karla?
Thanks, Chief. County fire officials are still trying to determine the exact cause of the fire. The residents were offered assistance by the Red Cross but refused any assistance at the present time.
Well, folks, there's more Week in Review to come. When we come back, we'll be joined by the county's own John Mayer. No, not the singer, the transportation guy, to talk about the county's bus service. But first, take a look at the community calendar for what's happening around your county. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm County Executive John Leopold. Accidents caused by drunk driving can be prevented. Only you can make the difference. Drink responsibly and always buckle up.
On average, every month, 22 Marylanders die as a result of drunk driving crashes.
We don't want to be the designated driver for drunk driving crash victims.
But if you choose to drink and drive, we will find you and provide you with a free ride.
Make the right choice, drive sober, and always buckle up.
Designate a sober driver, or
we'll designate one for you.
And welcome back, folks. Well, as everyone in Anne Arundel County knows, transportation is always a huge issue. So we thought it would be very fitting to bring in John Mayer, our transportation guru from the Department of Planning and Zoning. Guru. That's the gridiron gurus, but now you're the transportation guru, John.
I'll take it.
We're going to talk a little transportation today on the show and give everybody kind of a menu of options that we have out there. Anne Arundel County being so unique with the densely populated areas up in Brooklyn Park and North County, and then the wonderful farmlands down in the southern part of the county. What are the options out there for folks that just don't want to get behind the wheel and drive their own car?
That's interesting because you're right. Anne Arundel County is so diverse. You've got so many different types of communities. We've got the MTA, which features the 14 bus, which runs from Annapolis up to Patapsco Light Rail Station. The MTA also runs a commuter bus from Annapolis down to Union Station in DC. And we used to have a bus that the MTA ran from Annapolis to New Carrollton to connect commuters with the metro system in New Carrollton. MTA pulled the plug on that a few years ago. Dillon Bus was kind enough to step up to the plate. They ran it for about 2 years, and they were running it on their own dime, and just at one point, said we can't afford to do this anymore.
So we understand that a new company has stepped in. That's a big focus because we hear a lot about the 921 route, as you're referring to here.
Exactly, right.
And we do have a new company coming in. Tell us a little bit about that.
The 921 in the 11th hour, a gentleman by the name of Bill Young stepped up, and he has Young Transportation Services, and Bill has a number of van pools and commuter buses, and he's actually running both van pools and commuter buses from Annapolis through Davidsonville down to New Carrollton. So the rumor got out there that once Dillon stopped running this bus, the 921 wouldn't be running anymore. In fact, it is still running. It's just being run through van pools, and like I said, he's got a commuter bus also. So it's still out there.
Let's talk about some of your other new initiatives that you have going on. I understand you have the TRIP program now. So if I'm in Ocean City and I want to figure out how to get to Hagerstown,
absolutely.
you can help with that.
And it's funny you say that because we get calls from Ocean City all the time asking us how to get to different parts of the state. I'm not sure how they're getting my number, but yeah, this TRIP program, it's perfect. It's Transportation Resource Information Point, and you can find it at mdtrip.org. And if you go there, you can put in any transit system in the state, and it will tell you not only the schedule of that transit, but fares. It'll provide maps. Getting back to what we were talking about before, we've got Young Transportation, we've got MTA in Anne Arundel County. We've also got Central Maryland Regional Transit, which runs a number of routes out in the western part of the county. They've got the J, the K, and the M route that I think we spoke about a few months ago over in Piney Orchard at the Odenton Mark Station. We actually had a public meeting last night with a number of the riders at Piney Orchard Elementary School. A number of the riders came out. We had CMRT there and the operator, First Transit, along with George Cardwell and myself. We all met with the riders out there. The route's been running for about 7 months now, just to get their input. You know, we took this bus route from, you know, step one and kind of laid out a route. We wanted to make sure that the route we had put out there was good and that it worked with everybody. And for the most part, everybody seems to be very happy with it. MTA kind of threw us a curveball earlier this week, and they're running about 10 more trains to the Odenton Mark Station than there were before. So Odenton Mark Station has about 50 trains servicing it every day. So we're going to go back, we're going to adjust that schedule with CMRT and try and work it so that we're catching even more of those trains. And it's an excellent, you know, it gives people an excellent option to driving to the Mark Station every day. It frees up a car
Parking's
for
free.
somebody, right, you know, I mean, if you've got a kid at home that wants the car, you know, it's not sitting out in a parking lot somewhere all day. It's only $1 to ride each way. And, you know, with it getting cold now, it's going to get cold and wet at some point. You can't beat having a bus drop you off right there at the door, you know, so that you're getting on the train. So that's kind of where we are in a nutshell.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that M route, because that was a big initiative for County Executive Leopold. We were able to get a lot of some stimulus funding, some recovery and reinvestment dollars to go out and purchase those buses. And
absolutely
good to hear that those things are actually working out for us. Now, how about on the Annapolis side? We talked about the north, we talked about the west. How's Annapolis Transit working with us these days?
Annapolis Transit, we have a good relationship with Annapolis Transit. They've got a new director down there, Richard Newell, and he's really done a nice job with Annapolis. Annapolis was running off of a pulse system before, and he's gotten them off of that pulse system so that they're just running a circulatory system now. It's much more efficient. It's much more dependable. Those buses are meeting their destinations on time a lot more frequently than they were before, and I think Annapolis Transit is doing a wonderful job. We have a great relationship with them. And they just started a new circulator bus themselves that's running people from a number of the garages in downtown Annapolis to the historic district downtown. So with parking being so limited downtown, I think it's a win-win situation.
Great. Well, John, thanks for joining us, and thanks for everything that you do to help keep everybody moving out on the roadways and everybody over at the Office of Planning and Zoning. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Great, thank you.
And folks, stay with us and get out there and hop on the bus. Gas is over $3 a gallon still. Take the bus. We've got a lot of options out there. Stay with us, folks. When we come back, there'll be more Week in Review.
It's cold and flu season, and the last thing you want is to be sick or make others sick. So here's what you do to stop germs and stay healthy. Cover your coughs. Wash your hands after sneezing, coughing, or blowing your nose. Wash with warm water and soap for 20 seconds, and then dry. When you can't wash your hands, use an alcohol-based sanitizer. If you do get sick, stay home. Stop germs, stay healthy.
Welcome back. On November 5th, 2011, at approximately 5:50 p.m., officers from the Eastern District responded to the 7900 block of Leeds Drive in Pasadena for a suspicious subject. Joining us now is Public Information Officer Justin Mulcahy with further details on the investigation. Justin.
Thanks, Eric. The witness advised that he observed the suspect knocking on the front door and peering into a window of the home. The witness observed the suspect climb over the privacy fence into the backyard. Now, as officers canvassed the area, they located the suspect as he was climbing back over that fence. The suspect was then detained, and it was later determined through the investigation that he was involved in the aforementioned burglary. The suspect was also in possession of suspected oxycodone. He was arrested and charged accordingly. The suspect in this case is Zachary Ryan Mitchell, age 18, of 1240 Homespun Drive in Pasadena. He was charged with first, third, and fourth degree burglary, along with possession of burglary tools and possession of CDS. Folks, we're going to move on to our second incident. That one took place on November 8th around 7:47 in the evening. That's when officers from the Western District responded to the area of Whiskey Bottom Road in Laurel View Park Court in Laurel for a call reported as a citizen robbery. When officers arrived on scene, they spoke to the victim in this case, a 29-year-old male who reported that he was approached at the corner of Whiskey Bottom Road by two male subjects. One subject asked the victim for a cigarette and proceeded to assault the victim. Both suspects then took an undisclosed amount of money from the victim and fled the scene on a silver bike. Officers canvassed the vicinity and stopped two individuals for questioning nearby in the area of Laurel View Park Court. The victim was able to positively identify one of the suspects as being involved in the earlier robbery. That suspect was arrested and charged with robbery and second-degree assault. This investigation into the identity of the second suspect continues. The arrested suspect is Devin M. Jones, 22 years old, of 3585 Whiskey Bottom Road in Laurel, Maryland. Now, folks, as always, if you have any information on any crimes or suspects we mentioned on the show, don't hesitate to call, email, or text your tip to Metro Crime Stoppers Hotline. You should know the number. It's available 24 hours a day, toll-free at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. You can also text message MCS plus your message to crimes at 274-637. Your third option, visit the website at www.metrocrimestoppers.net. Remember, phone calls are not recorded and callers remain anonymous. You might be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,000. Back to you, Eric.
In both incidences, it's good to know that suspects were caught. Be sure to report any specific activity you see to the police by calling 911.
In this week's Community Spotlight, Mark Chang gets the holiday season started in Llinthicum with information about the upcoming Christmas tree lighting, shopping plaza holiday extravaganza, Women's Club Holly Mart, and all kinds of other cool holiday fun for the entire family. Take it away, Mark.
Well, the holidays are fast approaching, and I'm out in Llinthicum over at the Shipley Llinthicum Shopping Center, and Llinthicum's got a lot of holiday things coming up. And with me today, I have Terry Fahili, who's the co-chair of the Llinthicum Decorating Committee, and also Mary Keller, who's the owner of Keller's Bakery, and Lisa Crittenden, who is part of the Llinthicum Shipley Improvement Association. Ladies, thanks a lot for coming on the show. First of all, I'd like to start with you, Terry. Could you tell the folks out there about the open house that the Business Plaza is going to be having?
On Saturday, December 3rd from 10 to 4, the businesses in Llinthicum, this shopping center, and all three shopping centers are going to have an open house from 10 to 4. They're going to offer all kinds of specials and discounts. Anybody that makes a purchase gets entered into a raffle for a $50 Visa gift card. We're going to have free pictures with Santa. We're going to have Neon here collecting for canned goods, and we're going to have Leo from Hope collecting blankets and coats and winter clothing for children.
That's great. And how are the businesses getting involved in this?
Each one is participating in their own way. We've gone around, we're asking each store owner what they want to do as a special, and we have a flyer that we've made up that we're giving out to everybody, all the schools. We're having several thousand flyers made up to give out to the schools. Great. The viewers out there, if they want more information about this business open house, how can they get more information? You can give me a call. My number is 410-375-2612. Great. Thanks a lot, Terry, for all the work you do up here. And we have one of the business owners over here, Mary Keller of Keller's Bakery. I know folks all over Llinthicum and Anne Arundel County know about your place. Could you tell the folks out there, how is your business participating in this holiday event?
We're going to do the old-fashioned baker's dozen for that day. You come in and you get asked for the baker. I'll just give you the baker's dozen, and you get your ticket, and you can enter for the prize. Okay, well that sounds really exciting. I can smell the donuts right behind me, so I'll be. Sold out. We're closed, but we sell out quick. Okay. It's a 70-year-old business, all old-fashioned recipes.
Well, I know they sell out very quickly. And also we have Lisa Crittenden with the Llinthicum Shipley Improvement Association. Lisa, could you tell the viewers out there about the tree lighting in Llinthicum?
Sure. On December 4th from 3:30 to 5, we sing Christmas carols, we serve refreshments, and then we light up the Christmas tree. It's with the Llinthicum Shipley Improvement Association. And it's just a way to bring the community together, and it's just a nice event.
Great. What time is that?
It's 3:30 to 5 on December 4th, which is a Sunday. And if you want any information, call Ken Glendenning. It's 410-859-8459.
Great. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Well, viewers out there, the holidays are fast approaching, so circle your calendars and come on up to Llinthicum and enjoy the great holiday events they have here. Reporting for Weekend Review for Community Spotlight in Llinthicum, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mark. Looks like everyone's gearing up. Pasadena will have its tree lighting at Brumwell's on December 7th. We'll try to keep you updated about all of the community events for the holidays.
Well, and when I think about the holidays, my first thought is turkey. Oh yes, turkey. My second thought is safety. Yes, turkey safety. We here at Week in Review wanted to pass along a couple of safety tips to remember as you prepare your feast this holiday season. Unless you plan to freeze your turkey, try to get it 1 to 2 days before you cook it, and keep it in a refrigerated bag as long as possible. It seems like somebody gets hurt every year trying to deep fry a turkey. Not me, thankfully. We know it's delicious, but be careful. Most importantly, take it outside. Cooking inside with that much grease is a serious fire hazard. Make sure the base of your fryer is sturdy and shut off the gas before you drop the turkey in. If you have an open flame and the grease spills over, you could have a big problem. In other words, don't deep fry a turkey unless you know what you're doing. Otherwise, Chief Cox is going to be talking about you in his next report. I love food. And
Yes.
that's the writer of our show. That is my favorite line that he says. He comes into my office all the time. He says, I love food. And he just, you know, he's one of those guys. He loves food. But when we're thinking about holidays,
Yeah.
when we're thinking about dishes, that's when food really comes out. People
It's
do their
true.
best eating around the holidays.
It's a good season for it.
It is. Is there a dish that you can remember either now that you make
Growing
or from
up?
childhood growing up that you just
Wow.
just brings back memories?
Yeah,
of the
my
holiday season?
mom is Swedish, and she always made Swedish meatballs around Christmas time. Those are really good. Thanksgiving too.
Does she make those little red Swedish fish too?
No,
They're
she doesn't
from
make
Switzerland, aren't
those.
they?
Sweden.
Oh, Sweden, yeah, that's right. Not Switzerland.
Yes, originally yes, but I think they're made somewhere in America now. I think in Jersey or something.
good.
But you know, I love all kinds of holiday food. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I like all kinds of Thanksgiving food. Turkey,
Yeah.
mashed potatoes growing up were always my favorite.
Yeah, cheesy bean casserole. That's what
That's
kind of
yours.
signifies that the holidays are here. Whenever my wife makes it or my mother, you know holidays are here because the cheesy beans are coming out.
Cheesy bean casserole.
It's good stuff. Well, it's all the rage in the fitness world, folks. It's Zumba, and it's here. Carolyn Ryan joins us in this week's Recreation and Park Spotlight to tell us more. Carolyn.
Chances are you've heard of it. You may have even seen it. Well, now's the time to come out and try it. It's Zumba, which is the latest craze in fitness classes. I'm here at the South County Recreation Center with Rosemary Lindell, who does our Zumba classes for the Department of Recreation and Parks. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here and share the joy of Zumba.
Very good. Well, tell our viewers, what exactly is Zumba?
I'd be delighted to. Zumba is a Latin-based fitness program. We primarily do Latin fitness dances, but also other international forms of dance. But I don't want people to get scared. Don't be scared. Zumba is for anyone. It's easy to follow, the patterns are repetitive, and it's designed for everyone. Whatever your fitness level, from beginners to more advanced, can come and join in the fun. Zumba is like a party. They call it fitness in disguise because that's essentially what it is. You come, you're dancing, you're having a great time, but at the same time you're conditioning your heart and your cardiovascular system, you're toning your muscles, and you're getting fit. Oh, and burning a lot of calories. That's an important one.
So basically you're having fun, kind of camouflaging the fitness part of it. That's great. That's great. Now, I mentioned we're at the South County Recreation Center. I know that we have Zumba at several other locations. Where else can we find Zumba?
Well, we have it throughout the county. We have it at Arnold Elementary School. That's an evening class. We have it at Chesapeake Bay Middle School, also in the evening. Most of the school locations are in the evenings after the school program is done. We have it at Severn Elementary, Seven Oaks Elementary, and Piney Orchard Elementary Schools.
Okay, great. And then a morning class here at South County Rec.
That's right. Here at South County Recreation Center, we have both morning and evening classes.
Great. Now, you said no previous experience necessary. You don't have to be a dancer.
Absolutely not. A lot of people start and they feel like they have two left feet, but it doesn't take long to get those hips moving, and all that movement of the hips and the abdominals is great for the core. Core conditioning helps stabilize the spine and prevent back problems.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun and a great way to get fit.
Have you tried it?
I have not. I should come out and try it.
Absolutely.
Well, to get more information and to register for any of our Zumba classes or any of our other fitness classes, you can visit our website, www.aacounty.org. aaca.org/recparks or give us a call at 410-222-7313. And come on out and get fit with Zumba and the Department of Recreation and Parks.
Thanks, Carolyn. Well, I see all those people exercising, but I'm still thinking about the turkey.
Well, Zumba is a good thing to do after you eat the turkey to try and work off some of that, some of those Thanksgiving pounds.
You know, I tell you, I don't know what it is, but I've seen an uptick of people that are going out and getting involved in these exercise classes. I mean, normally you see it when I'm at the gym, January, February, March. That's when everybody's at the gym.
Because everyone has their New Year's resolutions.
And then they break it.
Yeah.
But then when you get to April, nobody's going to the gym anymore. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of people getting back into fitness, whether it's running in these lots of activities, lots of races in this county, from marathons to half marathons. There's a half marathon this weekend in Annapolis that I know a lot of folks are taking part in, a lot of 5K races. People are just really starting to develop that yearn for fitness.
And the good thing about classes like Zumba, as well as, you go there at a set time, you're with a group, it's a good motivation to get out there, and as is training for a 5K or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's much easier than just saying, oh, I'm going to go to the gym and maybe do something.
That's the truth. Well, folks, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode online anytime at www.aacounty.org. Archive episodes are available at blip.tv and on YouTube. You can also subscribe to the free video podcast at iTunes. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around your county. We'll see you next time.